So looking at number 2. How would we put this in standard form?
G2.
G to the second power goes first, then minus 2G plus 4. What is our degree here? 2. What's the leading coefficient? 1. Awesome. And then how would we classify it by number of terms? Perfect. Trinomial. Awesome. Let's do the same thing with number 4. What would come first? 2a to the 4th. That's our highest degree. What would come next? Plus 8.1 a to the 3rd. And then minus 1.6a. What is our highest degree? 4. What's our leading coefficient? 2. And how do we classify it by number of terms? Trinomial again, because there's 3 terms. All right, let's do number 6. What should we do first when we are subtracting? We distribute the negative, so we change the signs of everything behind it. So minus n squared and plus 5. Next, we combine our like terms. What's negative 4n squared minus n squared? Negative 4n squared minus n squared. Negative 5n to the second power. Perfect. And then what would come next? Plus 2n. Awesome. And then plus 5. The other two are not like terms, so we just leave them. And then standard form, so we have to leave our answer in. So start with the highest degree and then just go down from there. All right, let's do number 8. So here we're adding. So we just combine our like terms. We have m squared minus 2m squared. What would that be? Negative m squared. Awesome. 1 minus 2 would be negative 1. Perfect. Then what's negative 2mn plus mn? Negative mn. Because negative 2 plus 1 would be negative 1. And then lastly, we have n squared. We don't have anything to combine with it, so just plus n squared. So this would be our answer. So if it was like, let's say we had a squared plus ab plus b squared. We always start with the a, use up all the a's, so it would go a squared, then a, and then the b would go after that. So you just want to do it in alphabetical order. But I'm not going to stress on when you have multiple variables putting it in standard form. Just make sure you know how to put it in standard form when you have one variable like number 6. All right, next let's do number 10. 10, we are multiplying. It says find the product. How would we multiply? What do we do? Foil. So we're going to FOIL. It means first, outer, inner, last. So 4 times 3d would be what? 12d. Then 4 times negative 7. Negative 28. Minus, or then we have negative 2d times 3d. 6d squared, because we've got d times d would be d squared. And then negative 2d times negative 7 plus 14d. So let's combine our like terms and put it into standard form. What's going to come first? Negative 6d squared. What would come next? What's 12d plus 14d? 26d. And then minus 28. Any questions here? All right, next let's look at number 12. What's special about number 12? They're the same thing, but one has a plus and one has a minus. So we can use our shortcut. You don't have to. You can just FOIL it out if you don't remember the shortcut. But here I'm going to use the shortcut so we can practice. So our shortcut, we have our first term squared, so 5z to the second power. What's the sign that goes in the middle? Minus, what would come next? 3 to the second power. So we have to be careful, especially when we have two things in our parentheses. What is 5 squared? 25. So this would be 25z squared. We got to square the number and the variable. Minus, what is 3 squared? 9. So we get 25z squared minus 9. If you were to FOIL it out, if you do it correctly, you'll get the same answer. Any questions here? All right, what would we do for 14? Write it twice and FOIL it out. 2x minus y times 2x minus y. What's 2x times 2x? 4x to the second power. What's 2x times negative y? Negative 2xy. What's negative y times 2x? Negative 2xy. And negative y times negative y? Positive y to the second power. Perfect. What's the last step? Combine like terms. So we're going to start with 4x squared. What's negative 2xy times negative 2xy? Negative 4xy. And then plus y squared. Any questions? Good here? All right, last one, 16. What can we do for 16? The shortcut. So what would come first? Y to the second power. What's the sign in the middle? Minus. What would come next? 8 to the second power. So we have y to the second power minus 64. Awesome.